Hey fellow guitarists, I carry a Guitarist survival kit, and I thought I might show everybody what's in it. It might help you out in a pinch one day. So I'll start with duct tape. That's about the most universal tool you can have, and good for keeping cables down, good for keeping a set list taped to the stage, all that kind of good stuff. Speaking of set lists, if you forget one, if it doesn't make sense, you can always write a new one on a pencil pad, and you need a dark marker to be able to see it from where you're at, and a pencil in case you make mistakes or want something non-permanent. I also keep a spare set of strings, everybody should. Keep a feedback buster in case. I use a DI, but in case the DI really struggles at night, I can throw this in. Spare 9-volt for any pedals that might go out. Spare picks. And lots of people talk about carrying spare tubes for a tube amp, that kind of stuff. And I don't do that, but I do carry an amp and a pedal. This is the Electro Harmonics 22 caliber. They also make a 44 Magnum, and it's basically just an amp that's the size of a pedal. So, guitar goes in here. This goes out to your speaker cabinet, assuming you haven't blown your speaker. And volume pedal and bright and not bright, and that's it. And power supply for that. And I also keep, if that 9-volt battery doesn't help me out, I also keep a power supply that's variable. So this one has a switch you can adjust to anywhere as low as 1.5 volts on up to 12 volts if you've got some pedals that are higher wattage, or higher voltage rather. Keep a drum key for the drummer, and I've run into that more than a few times. Spare capo. Diagonal cutters. This is good for cutting wire if you need to, splicing wire together. Also good for taking end pins out of an acoustic guitar and cutting strings. So Y cable. This has RCA on one end and an 1/8 inch male out on the other end. And this is great for if you want to play music from an iPod or iPhone, something like that, during intermission or before you get up in between sound check and your show. Keep a spare microphone. This is not just good for vocals, and this came out of a drum mic kit, but it's really convenient because you don't need a mic clip. You just screw it into the top of a stand. This is good for vocals, but also if you just want to mic a guitar. If you have disaster with an acoustic set, you can always just plug this up to the PA straight and just mic your guitar instead of using the DI or powered or passive out. I keep a spare power cord. This is kind of universal for most amps and some other equipment, PAs, things like that. Extra guitar strap. Guitar stand. This one is collapsible, really convenient. Keep extension cord that has more than one out, so we can plug up some effects pedals or amps or things like that. I keep a power cable. This is mostly for when I'm playing shows with a bass, but you can also use this with that 22 caliber that I showed you earlier. This would be your speaker out. Keep a spare 1/4 inch. This one is about 6 feet. And then this one is a 50-foot 1/4 inch. And I use this to get away from the stage. So I'll plug in the guitar, walk out into the audience during sound check, and see what it sounds like to make sure that if you don't have 100% trust in the guy running the board, you can see what the front of house sounds like. So pretty handy 50-foot 1/4 inch cord. And that's it. I put the whole thing into, this is just a tool bag. I like it because rather than a tub or something like that, because it has handles, easy to pick up and carry around with you wherever you need to go.